Hi, I'm still recording, okay. So I tried to make this work and somehow I zoomed in and it was stupid. So I do this again, gonna break it up into smaller parts because the last one was like 19 minutes long and that's way too long. So I just fix myself here. Awakening. First I'm just gonna do like a little compare and contrast video before we go into the final shows that happened on Saturday. Not too close here. But yeah, don't like comparing and contrasting people in this cast because everyone is just so amazing in their own way that I feel that it should be done. So let's start with, we'll work our way up to the lead. So, let's see, adult men and adult woman. I mean, can't really do anything with that because Liz played all the adult women and Eric and Molly just kind of traded off the men. So I can't really say anything about those because, the roles don't call for understudies. So, moving on. Start with the girls. Marta, between Shauna and Libby, I really like both of them. But I'm going to give it to Libby only because I'll get to Shauna later. She's understudy Elsa. I will get to her later. But I will give that one to Libby. She does a really good job. She has the pigtail braids and she has, the right timing of it, I feel. And she was only on Saturday matinee, but she's very, very good. And Dark I Know Well, she did a beautiful job with that. Anna, I mean, it has to be Lindsay because she doesn't have an understudy, so give that one to Lindsay. Same thing with Taya, Megan, the other Megan, I will give that to her because she did not have an understudy as well. Elsa, I much like Carissa, and Carissa does do a lovely job, and I think she sounds very much like Lauren Pritchard, the original Elsa on Broadway. She sounds a lot like her, and especially in Blue Wind. Much as I like her, I will give it to Shauna because Shauna just has a very beautiful voice, and I think she understood the role more, and she had the acting down for it. She kind of, there were parts where she reacted more than Carissa did with certain things that were going on, so I will give that one to Shauna. Between Kate and Emily for Vendla, oh god, I really, really like both of them, to be honest. I think the thing with Kate is that she already has that chemistry with Isaac because they're dating, so when they're on the Vendla and Melchior, they have that connection already. So none of the scenes are uncomfortable for them because they feel comfortable with each other. They've been dating for like a year, I think, so they're fine. And I think Kate kind of has that more so wide-eyed, innocent Vendla. She has the younger Vendla spirit, I felt. But Emily's very theatrical. She's a senior. She's been doing theater for years and years and years. Both of their voices are great, so I can't really say this one's voice better than the other. But then Emily, she has the longer hair. Kate has very short hair. I don't know, Emily's great, but I think because she and Tim didn't have that connection quite as much, it kind of detracted from the role a little bit. But I mean, they're both great. So it's really kind of hard to pick one. So I was going to. If I was held at gunpoint, I would have to pick Kate, but yeah, I really don't like to pick between two of them. The boys, Georg, Gabby was our only Georg, so I kind of have to pick Gabby. But she's great. I mean, her scene with Liz, during my jump with Frowning for Abuse and Alter, so funny. She's so funny. Her Touch Me solo on Saturday night, Saturday night, was just so beautiful. That was someone coming in the house or leaving. That was sorry. But, her Touch Me solo was beautiful on Saturday. So, I mean, that's a Georg. It would have to be Gabby. For Aaron, this was a hard one too because I like Sarah Beth and I like Fiona. I really like them equally. I think Fiona kind of, how like Gideon Glick or even Ben Moss had that kind of baby face and had like that little porcelain face, or even for reference right now, Chris Colfer and like the first season of Glee, like that baby porcelain face, kind of what Fiona has. She kind of had like that really innocent, wide-eyed kind of air. She was the understudy, and then Sarah Beth. I don't know. Sarah Beth's really good too, especially like her reacting in the kiss scene with Hanshin. She did a great job with that. So I don't know. I can't really pick between the two of them. They're both great. So Ty Aaron. My voice just kind of cracked there. Hanshin. Another hard one, but I'm gonna give it to Moses only because he had that comedic timing that I think Juliana missed a lot, especially when we were doing understudy rehearsal on Saturday morning, and she was missing a little bit of the comedic. The comedy is a comic relief, and where's your audio reprise? Reprise? How do you say that? Yes, reprise. But I think she missed a little bit of that comedic timing, which that's what that scene is about. So I think I have to give it to Moses for that reason. Even though I do like Julie, I really like Julie, but I'm gonna give it to Moses. What else am I missing? Otto. Again, it's hard. So I do like Amy. I do. Amy's great. And then Nessa's one of my good friends on campus, so I can't really say anything bad against her. They're both great as Otto. I'll give it to Nessa because I think she understood the role a little more. That Otto's kind of an asshole. And I think she kind of understood that. She played that up. That Otto was kind of a jerk. But yeah, so definitely we'll go with that. And then here comes the harder one. We'll start with Melchior, because Melchior so easily Isaac in a heartbeat. Isaac just was Melchior. And for a couple times when he was singing All Last Note, I'm like, are they just playing the soundtrack? Is that John Groff? Because that sounds like Jonathan Groff. It does not sound like Isaac, but it was. It was Isaac. He's so good. He's kind of understood the role, I feel. And not even, with two different Moritzes that he was interacting with. He was always reacting with Kate as Vendela, but he was, acting with two different Moritzes at any given time. So even then, it's just, he's just such a good Melchior. He's a really good Melchior. If it ever comes back on Broadway, I would want Isaac to play Melchior because he's so good. Not to say that Tim isn't good as Melchior, but I think he was better suited for Moritz. Just because, he just was kind of, even though he did kind of growl some of his songs. We'll get to that in a minute, but I don't know, because he doesn't have that chemistry with Emily at all, so it's kind of, and even the way, he talked as Melchior, he didn't seem confident in the role. Melchior is a confident guy, and Tim just kind of lost that. And then Moritz, probably the hardest one. I love both of them. I do. I think the way Tim acted it, sometimes he would kind of do this thing with his voice, and it would just go above it, I don't want to say the line that he did, but it's just he was kind of his inflection would just go up and down. It was a little bit distracting. He kind of played it more low key. He didn't more was just this frantic energy, and he kind of lost that a little bit. someone came in the house again. But, and with Liza, she had, like, that kind of frantic energy with just, like, you know, just the way she, like, said things, and she was kind of, like, all over, and, you know, I think she understood the role a little bit better. That more just kind of all over the place, and that's what she was. And you're gonna get, like, her singing, like, she had a beautiful voice. That's more suited for slower songs like Touch Me or Those You've Known. And when she was trying to do, like, And Then There Were None, not necessarily And Then There Were None, she was fine And Then There Were None, but, like, Bitch of Living, that solo at the beginning, like, it's higher than what she's used to, so she kind of had to, like, you know, she kind of had to, like, go up an octave, and she kind of, like, lost it, and it got to the point where she was almost screaming. She was trying to, like, compensate for not being able to get those notes the way that, like, I mean, obviously it's a boy's role, so it's a little harder for her, but, I mean, she's fantastic. She really is, so, I don't know if I can pick one. If only I could combine the two, and then it'd be, like, the perfect Morris, you know? But, I might go to Liza. I'm just gonna give it to her, because she went for it. So that's my compare and contrast. I'll post later the matinee and closing night, final thoughts. Yeah.